What's up, everybody? I might not turn my camera on in a minute, y'all. I'm just over some shit at the moment. Just to let everybody know, after we talk about Master of Puppets, I am going to show the next part of my vinyl collection. What's up, everybody? Happy. Because anybody that disrupts me from making money is personal. I don't care who gets involved. Hey everybody, Ray Sean, Sam, Cruz, Ronnie. Low key, Ray Sean, I'm not in the best of mood today. On some real shit. Okay, let's see what I missed. You know what, Ronnie? I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I like the DMX tribute, but the only part I kind of had mixed feelings about, and I think you guys might know, was when the dude from Lovecraft County, like I think his name was like Michael Coleman, whatever his name is, dope actor by the way, but I liked how they brought him to perform his monologue a slipping with a DMX voice, but everything else was cool. Like Method was dope, Locks, Griselda made it to the BET Awards. Of course, that's what I was really waiting on some real shit. Yeah, so y'all can finally say Griselda actually performed at the BET Awards and shit. So, but yeah, speaking of the BET Awards, check out if you guys look at my channel. I just discovered this YouTuber. She went in on the BET Awards pretty much. You know about how certain things. I mean, certain things that I kind of agree with too. But my question is this: where did this whole Year of the Woman thing come from out of nowhere? Yeah, Michael K. Williams. Yeah, that's the dude. Omar from The Wire. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I didn't like that part, but I like the fact that they didn't want to. They wanted to keep it really. They didn't want to make it overly emotional. I respected that because with DMX, it's like pretty much it's a bang. It's like banger. Like club bangers and shit like that. The anthems and shit like that too. I gotta fix this necklace. Goddamn. But all in all, I enjoyed some parts of the BET Awards. Other parts, I was just like, ugh. Oh, Sam, my Uber account was on hold. Mhm. Oh yeah, Queen Latifah. Yeah, her lifetime achievement before Lil Kim. Homegirl came out dressed like the fucking Gerber baby and shit. Yeah, man. That's what they're saying, that she shouted out her partner and shit. No, somebody else said that they could see Michael K. Williams playing DMX in a biopic. Don't give BT any ideas at the moment. I feel like it's too early for DMX biopic or whatever. Yeah, good job for Queen Latifah. What was y'all favorite performances if y'all watched? I'm tired of that Silk Sonic song. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm tired of that song. I mean, I like Bruno, I like Anderson, but that's like that song's like really. I get it. I get it. That's all I got. I get it, but I just want to hope this album is like the greatest album because I'm just saying, and this is gonna be my perfectly honest opinion. I personally felt like Chloe and Allie should have won that award. Personally, the Ungodly Hour album got robbed. I feel like they got robbed. Matter of fact, let me pull up the winners of this shit because let me pull up the winners. But that's the one thing I like to do, after every award show. Even if the award show I don't fucking watch, when it's something music related, I have to see because they don't always televise all of the awards and shit. Which that's another story for a different day. Okay, all right. Album of the year, Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan. That was an EP actually. They publicized that as an EP, but okay. I mean, it was cool. I liked it, but it beat out like After Hours, The Weeknd, King's Disease, Nas, Ungodly. Can these ads just move out the fucking way, please? Like, god damn, I don't care about your little high quality streams. Lord have mercy. This is why I hate the internet. Because every time I'm trying to read one thing, all these stupid ads start. Let me go to another link because I can't find an X. Oh my fucking god! This is why I hate the internet, like dead ass. I try to read one quick thing, all these ads want to start coming up. Like, ugh. All right, so like I was saying, Hotels won Album of the Year, Best Female R&B, her. I definitely fuck with her. I did not hear the new album yet. I did not hear it. I would definitely hear it. So yeah, she's talented. Best Male R&B. Now this is the one that don't televise. They didn't televise. Chris Brown won that award. I'm not really like the biggest Chris Brown fan, so I really know. I know he came out with that one album with Young Thug too, but personally, I would have given it to either Weeknd. Hell, even Giveon was dope too, but we're not living in a perfect world. Of course, best female hip hop, Megan Thee Stallion, of course. I mean, best male hip hop, Lil Baby, which y'all know how I feel about Lil Baby. I'm just gonna be real. Why was Jack Harlow? Can another ad popping up? Why was Jack Harlow nominated? I don't know. Personally, I would have given it to J. Cole personally, but yeah. But like I said, I'm not surprised too. Lil Baby won. Best new artist, Giveon. Yeah, he's really much the only new artist on that list I really fuck with on occasion. And the reason why I say on occasion because I have not really heard too much of Giveon and stuff like that. Cruz, no, I don't like Lil Durk. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like him. Um, Sam said Weekend is overrated. I respect your opinion, but I don't know if I would call him overrated. I don't know. But even if I use the ad blocker, that shit don't fucking work and stuff, Ray Sean. But like I said, with the CNN website, I can easily just X out the ads and stuff like that. So yeah. Best collaboration: Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. WAP. By the way, shout out to Cardi B getting pregnant again. I really cannot wait to hear the name of this baby. I really cannot wait to hear the name of this baby, Loki. 'Cause I know it's going. You know, when you're rich, you think you can name your kids any damn thing and shit. Best group: Silk Sonic for one song. One song. Like I said before, this album better be hot. This album better be fucking hot. Because if this album is not good, I'm gonna like, this is y'all best group. But I'm gonna be real. I felt like Chloe and Allie, that award should have been them. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Um, 21 Savage, Metro. I mean, I fuck with 21 Savage, but a lot of these like collaborations too, like the Chris Brown and Young Thug, they're not really groups. It's just two motherfuckers getting together and shit. But yeah, best Dr. Bobby Jones, best gospel. Mr. Kirk Franklin himself, the Puff Daddy of gospel music. The BT Her Awards, SZA with Good Days. Okay, that's actually a pretty good song. Okay, SZA, where's that album, man? That's another. Like, what the hell is Top Dog Entertainment doing, man? What the fuck? Viewer's Choice, Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce, Savage remix. Again, another. Um, Give me one quick second. I'm gonna handle something right quick. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna hold that thought. 'Cause I know I have to talk to my aunt about something and stuff. Yeah, Ryan, the Puff Daddy of gospel. Yeah. Video of the year, Cardi B and Megan WAP. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much next to Silk Sonic, the most memorable video off this list. Well, Do It was cool too. I like the video to that, but at the same time, it was the WAP video was memorable. Like, yeah. Video director of the year, Bruno Mars and Florent Deschard. Interesting. Okay. Best international act, Burna Boy. Okay. All right. Yeah. Give me one quick. So I'm gonna handle something to my aunt right quick.
Yo, Reg, your mic is off. Oh, okay. What's good? Your boy is back. What up? I was busy, yo. Had shit to do. Sam, Cruz is good, yo. Ray Sean, what up? Ronnie, what up? It's good, man. What y'all think about the BT Awards last night? I'm asking the questions here, Ronnie. I'm asking you, what do you think about the BT Awards? I watched it. I thought it was actually decent for once. It's been like maybe I want to say 3 years since I saw it, and I thought it was good. I liked a lot of the performances. I thought Tyler's performance was great. Megan performance was good. Um, who else? I loved the tribute to Queen Latifah and DMX. That was great. That's the main things I wanted to see anyway. You know, to see Method Man start that tribute off with DMX, and Griselda was there, and they actually had people that worked with DMX, not a bunch of people that never did anything with him. You know, the Queen Latifah tribute was great. I did not like Little Kim performing UNITY. I just felt like they could have picked somebody else, like MC Light would have been better for that song instead of her. But um, I thought it was about time that Latifah got her flowers. That was great. Uh, who else? The show overall was good. You know, I enjoyed it. I'm glad that Jasmine Sullivan won. I always thought she was an underrated singer, and you know, for her to win album of the year was great. Yeah, I see that. She 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 came out in her speech last night basically because I didn't. I mean, before then I wasn't really sure. It's not. It hasn't been great. I haven't watched it in a couple years. It just hasn't been great. And the music that they choose to spotlight it. I'm not a fan of that shit. So it might have been like one or two things like I think it was last year when they had the Mary tribute. Was it last year or year before last? It might have been before COVID. I haven't watched the award show in like 3 years, so it's only been like one or two things I wanted to see. Yeah, I know about the. It was written. That's an album that Nas should be celebrating. He should be going on tour for that album, or having public pop up events like he did for Illmatic. But I like the performances were good. You know, it's all about performances when you have those award shows. Whether it's the Grammys or the Billboard Awards, the VMAs. It's always about the performances and what effects or stuff they can do to make the performance memorable. The dancing or whatever. Bringing out a special guest or whatever like that. So you know, even what's his name? Roddy Rich. I thought Roddy Rich performance was good last night, and I'm not a Roddy Rich fan, but I enjoyed his performance. You know, it's all about showmanship, and that's how it is with every like major award show. Especially if you're a nominee also and you're performing, you gotta show out so people could remember those performances and discuss them. So Silent Murder, yeah. I don't have that. I don't have that edition. Like I got it was written when it first came out, so I didn't get that edition when they at that time they released it overseas with the Silent Murder track. So I never had that edition. Yeah, Dipset is tomorrow, 11 p.m. That Ain't Rap podcast. Only for you, Sam, because you asked for it. And we never discussed it, so we definitely gonna discuss on the double album. Black Flag. I'm not a fan of none of these groups, Sam. Like I'm doing these discussions because it's Reg. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't be doing it. So if he says we discussing Metallica or Black Flag, then I'm with it. Bad Brains I actually enjoyed. I actually enjoyed some of those albums. I never like really listened to them before, but not everybody I'm gonna like. Yeah, I know. That album is actually RZA dropping two albums. He said he got the one with DJ Scratch that's coming out, and then he got another album coming out after that. So, but you know it's RZA, so he always he been promising us albums for years and he hasn't delivered. So we gotta take that with a grain of salt. But I'm looking forward to the album with DJ Scratch.
Hey,
What's good, yo?
nothing much. Just handling some shit. What about you?
Chilling.
Yeah, I was just reading the full winners of the BET Awards last night and shit.
Right. What did you watch the show? What did you think about the show?
Um, for the most part, the things I expected to enjoy, I enjoyed. Certain things
Mm-hmm.
I do have to talk about,
Oh,
which I was talking about before you got here.
right.
But I'm just gonna say it once and for all. I feel like Silk Sonic shouldn't have won that award.
Really? What?
Yes,
What?
yes.
Oh my God! Who should have won that award?
Chloe
Reg?
and Allen.
That they don't have. That's not the hottest song compared to Silk
But
Sonic.
these niggas dropped one fucking song.
Right, and imagine and you know what's gonna happen when that album drop? They will be nominated again next year.
Okay. They
I'm
better have
telling
the
you,
greatest R&B album.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak have not dropped a whack album yet since they've been out.
Well, Bruno
They
Mars,
have not.
his earlier shit was whack to me.
What are you serious?
His earlier
He
shit, I
has
didn't like
no
it
whack
until
album.
24K Magic came
Hooligans,
out.
Doo-Wops and Hooligans is a classic album. Unorthodox Jukebox is a classic album, a classic
I don't know
sophomore
about
album.
that.
He has no
Album.
classic, no whack albums.
Like I said, I don't like the whole. I liked him when he got funkier and shit. I'm gonna be biased. I'm sorry, I gotta be biased. But
So you like him when he only does shit with Mark Ronson?
no, no. Because even with the whole 24K Magic, it took me a while for me to fully appreciate.
Right.
But then that Versace on the floor, I loved and shit like that.
Okay.
We haven't talked about the album.
Yes.
I'll
That was a
go
great
full in
album.
depth about my thoughts on Bruno Mars when I talk about the album.
But
But
that's the hottest. It's been hot since it came out. That's the hottest
okay,
song in R&B.
it's a hot song. Yeah, but I'm tired of that damn song now. Yeah, y'all made it out like y'all gonna drop some new music. I'm like, okay, do some new music.
I'm
Nah,
tired
we
of
gonna
rap.
pull this
I'm
out
tired
again.
of rap, but rap still won. She Megan still won like what 3-4 awards for that song.
Yeah, but see, let me say, Silk Sonic.
Mm.
When you talk about best group, you talk about having groups that have like a catalog of work and impact.
Right.
Chloe and Allen, Love My Hate Amigos.
Okay.
I would even throw when Griselda got nominated last year.
They wasn't gonna win though. They wasn't gonna win.
My point,
BT don't recognize dope shit like that.
I'm just talking about impact. Like for a group,
Right.
you have to recognize a couple of signature songs.
Right.
These niggas had one song.
Because it's great. It's a great song. It's a look, yo. You remember when Drake first came out? When Drake
Yeah.
first came out with So Far Gone, and he got nominated at the Grammys for best what's it called? Best I Can? Not Best I Can. What's the name of the joint? Best I Ever Had. He won for that song because it was a great song.
Yeah, it was.
He's supposed to win for a great song. How many times have people won for shit they didn't deserve? Nas just finally got a Grammy, and he should have won like 3 or 4 Grammys the last 20 years.
I know, but like
And he won for an album that's not even great. Sweet Disciple. I was about to say Sweet Disciple. King's Disease is not even a great album. That's not a great album. That don't stack up with Illmatic and It Was Written and I Am and Stillmatic and Godson.
but it was a damn good album.
It's decent. But it's not no classic album. It don't deserve to be in the realm of those albums. His great classics. Like I would put it up there with his other shit that I don't like. God's fucking Hip Hop Is Dead and Untitled. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Street Disciple was. I don't think I keep saying just Street Disciple. I don't think King's Disease was a great album, and he won a Grammy for that album. But he deserved a Grammys the past 20 years. When you win for an album or a song, and if it's a dope album or a song, you're supposed to win for that album and song.
Yeah, like I said, if it was nominated for like best R&B song or stuff like that, I would have not minded that because that these two awards.
Right.
My only gripe, and this is just my only gripe, they are basing this off of one song that they heard. Like when it comes to like if you're nominated for best group, you're gonna have like bangers after bangers after bangers, memorable songs, timeless
But
songs.
they didn't get nominated for an album. They got nominated for a song. That's the song.
Mm.
It's a great song. That's why they won.
Yeah, I mean it's a great song, but
Yes.
we have to agree to disagree.
So
I
you
feel like
so
the
okay
Golden
so
Hour
if not them, who should have won that category?
for best group,
Yes.
I just said Chloe and Allie.
Oh, Chloe. Okay.
Yeah, I just said. I mean, I didn't even say like that.
I don't even
said,
think they were beating Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Tony Rich had a dope album. You know what I'm saying? Now whether he deserved all those Grammys is another story, but his first album was dope.
I never heard that album.
That was
I
a
know
good
somebody
album.
mentioned it to me on the chat one time.
Yes, it was dope. It was I felt like it was slept on, and he stole 1 Grammys for that album on the face. You know, but it's not like when Macklemore and Ryan Lewis won for best rap album. They didn't deserve that.
That's
And I
not
have that
true.
album. I have the Heist. They didn't deserve that over Kendrick. To me, Kendrick album was way better. That's just my opinion. Some people would say, you know, they won because of the whole LGBT influence or whatever. That's fine. But the Heist up against Good Kid, Mad City is no comparison.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would like to think that when you win because you rightfully deserve for that song or for that album. It don't always happen like that though. But I feel like Silk Sonic deserved to win.
They better have the greatest R&B album.
Yeah,
Are we gonna do a reaction to that album when it comes
definitely,
out?
definitely.
We gotta do a reaction.
I'm thinking they're gonna drop it around the holidays. I'd be surprised if they drop it before then. Because they're gonna want the holiday money. You know, that's when people spend the most on records and stuff. I think they're gonna want to do it then.
True. But let me read off this one. I do want to talk about this album.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah won for best movie. That was a hard category because you had Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, One Night in Miami, Soul,
And
United States vs. Billie Holiday, that trashy ass Coming to America.
I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed that sequel.
Again, we have to agree to disagree. Best actress, my girl Andra Day won that shit. Yes.
Yes, she deserved that.
She deserved it. Yes. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He won for best actor,
Dope.
which I do have to say he deserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, Youngsters Award, Marsai Martin of Blackish fame, Sportswoman, Naomi Osaka.
Tennis player.
Yeah, Sportsman, LeBron James. I guess.
He always win.
Right, he always wins. That's
He
why I
always
say
win. Like LeBron's not the only great black athlete out there.
exactly. Tired of that shit.
How about they try nominating Giannis for once, and he's from another country.
As long as it's Alonzo Ball.
You know. You know, nominate Chris Paul. Chris Paul about to go to the finals. I mean, they losing in this game, but he about to go to his finals. Unless the Clippers come back in 3 straight games, CP3 will be in the finals this year. Nominate him. You know, it can't just be about LeBron every year.
I feel you. And then his stupid ass is gonna be on Space Jam 2. He had to save his son. I was like, you see what I tell you about these sequels?
Yes.
They have to save the world. When they're going to see, they have to save the world now.
I don't think it's gonna be as good as part one though.
I already know it's not going to be as good.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give it 2 weeks of reviews until I watch it.
Okay.
But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? That was 40 minutes of BT Awards. Too much, but Mr. Boy Reg in the building. This is my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
By the way, we gotta talk about a DMX tribute after. 'Cause I didn't get your
Okay.
opinion on it.
Okay.
Um, how you doing, Try?
Chilling.
That's what's up. Yeah, so I had a bad day today.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, so you know me, I'm gonna go a little off today, but I just have to find this. Oh, there it is. So the Perfect Angry album, Master of Puppets. Woo! I cannot wait to talk about. Let me tell you something. This album and the next two Metallica album, you guys cannot miss those reviews for all my
Sam
Metallica.
is having a wet dream right now. You're just talking about his favorite album.
Yes, me and Skimmer were talking about this shit, man. Like Master of Puppets. A lot of people have said this is Metallica's best album. I'm gonna have to be in that list. A lot of people said this was the thrash metal masterpiece. I feel Metallica is an interesting group too because two of their albums alone have been considered like the greatest thrash metal albums of all time and shit.
Right.
This and Ride the Lightning. Or if you want to be technical, people want to throw in Justice for All, but we're gonna talk about that next week and shit. This album only came out with one single, the title track, Master of Puppets. Um Elektra Records, Fleming Rasmussen produced this album again with Metallica. And if you guys don't know, Metallica consists of members James Hetfield, who was at his best on this album. Well, everybody was at their best, man, but James and Cliff were the main MVPs of this album. Um, Kirk Hammett on lead guitar and production. The late great Cliff Burton. This is the last album Cliff Burton was on bass and backing vocals, and Lars Ulrich on drums. All right. Oh boy, I cannot wait to talk about this. Okay. All right. So after the release of Ride the Lightning, no, of course they went on tour and whatnot, and this is also around the time when plenty of like thrash metal was really getting popular around that time too, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, Anthrax has dropped that. They dropped their first album around that time too. I know Slayer dropped their album I think '85 and shit. So also with this album too, when it came to this album, they experimented a lot more with more atmospheric songs compared to like the first two albums and shit. And this was actually the first Metallica album where they all had a hand on production and songwriting and all that shit,
Right.
which it very explains everything on this album. Um, fucking, they had to record in Lars Ulrich native Denmark because they didn't like the acoustics in the American studios and stuff like that. What else about this album? What else about this album? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, man. Not really that much like to mention in between and shit like that. You know, they were recording this album and stuff like that too. Oh, one thing was the fact that they actually stayed sober while making this album too because they had in their earlier days, like with Ride and Lightning and Kill 'Em All, they had a reputation like drinking a lot when they were recording and shit. But this was the album where they pretty much stayed sober. I think they would start drinking again with the and Justice for All album, I think. But
Right.
yeah, man. This is the album cover right here. Very dope album cover. Looks like a fucking graveyard with the crucifixes and shit. The classic Metallica logo and shit too. It's crazy too, because when I got this album, they re-released this album too and shit.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, you got to have the lyrics, the group
That's
right
always
here.
important. Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, and the early Metallica albums were very short, like eight. This album has 8 songs. So let's get this shit started. Track number one, Battery. Love this track. Pretty much a nice way to start off the album. Probably one of my favorite Metallica tracks. Period. The title Battery came from clubs at Battery Street in San Francisco, where Metallica used to do like a lot of their performances earlier in the days and shit like that. It's pretty much it reminds me of Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy, the song too, because a lot of people don't know. Oh, well, if you guys do know, it was recorded for House of the Holy, but they put it on physical graffiti and shit. And that was supposed to be like a tribute to their fans and the way how they perform. They call their performance the House of the Holy. And this song right here was a nice way to start off the album. You can hear like a lot more Black Sabbath influences and shit like that. 'Cause I felt like with the previous albums, they were more influenced by Iron Maiden. Well, they've always been influenced by Black Sabbath, but this has more of like a Black Sabbath influence and shit. So yeah, man. And yes, damn, Lars's double bass drumming was dope on that shit.
Yeah, the beats are the beats. The drumming on here was dope, and I like the way that it started off the album, and the guitar playing was good as well.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, them guitars were sick.
Yeah.
Track number two is title track, Master of Puppets. This is my favorite song vocally on this album, which I'm gonna explain that in a minute. Um, One of their signature tracks. I love James Hetfield singing on this track and album, but this song right here, nigga was just going crazy, like Master, Master, Master. I love that shit. Like back when his voice was something to be reckoned with and shit.
Right.
Let me stop picking on James Hetfield and shit. Let me stop. Yeah, man, this was a very, very, very dope track. And this is actually the single most performed song in Metallica's career too. So I love it.
Sam said it's about cocaine.
Yeah, this song is actually about
This,
cocaine, which I forgot to
this is
mention.
definitely one of those songs I could see being played when you got when you watching a movie and like somebody's like overdosing on drugs. And then like
Yes.
his voice just comes into the scene. And, I think it would fit like a scene like that in like a drama type of film or something. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. It's funny how you said, 'cause I think the song was also on a few movies too. And
Okay.
shit. So
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Like I know I've probably seen movies with it in there.
yeah. And then we're gonna get into this track called "A Thing That Should Not Be." This was a very interesting track right here too, because if I'm not mistaken, this was actually they continued like the literary influences
Right.
where they were influenced by H.P. Lovecraft, Tulu mythos. I don't know if I'm
Cthulhu.
saying that.
There go that monster again we was talking about. The sea monster.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Very, very dope in my opinion. I love the guitar solo from Kirk and shit. And yeah, definitely a very, very dope track too, in my opinion.
Yeah, the guitar solo was good, and the drumming on here was also good as well. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, very dope track. All right. Now we're gonna get into Welcome Home Sanitarium. This was actually influenced by One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the novel and the book.
Right.
Hey, my girl dropped a new video. Okay, turn up. All right, the novel and the book. And this was pretty much talking about how how mentally abused one can be and shit like that. And it was supposed to be like a way um how you don't know who's really sane and who's really crazy at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, Very, very, very dope track. One of my all-time favorite tracks they've done. Classic.
Yeah, this was again like this could have been in the movie, and it was a cool track, and I like the drumming on this one.
Yeah, man, definitely dope drumming and whatnot. Um, Excuse me. Disposable Heroes is the next track. This track right here was very dope. it was talking about the point of view of a soldier on the battlefield who receives orders from his general to keep fighting, and no matter how many will die and shit like that too. So it's pretty much like an anti-war song and whatnot. And it's actually one of the fastest songs that they've ever performed
Mm.
at 220 beats per minute.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Why so fast though? What was the
I mean, thrash metal was always they always had to play stuff fast and
right?
stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, like again, like and dealing with, I would think like for a subject talking about like fallen soldiers. Every time I hear a song where they talk about fallen soldiers and you know heroes of war, it's usually like a somber tune. And this track wasn't. It was fast and it was cool and that's like one of America's favorite um topics to talk about is like fallen soldiers and men of war and people that died uh defending this country. So
Definitely. Yes, sir. Um, Next we're gonna talk about Leap of Messiah. This was talking about televangelists at that time. It low key reminds me of the Ozzy Osbourne song from No Rest of the Wicked. I think it's called something like Who's Laughing Now?
mm,
I don't know if I'm saying the right title, but I'm pulling it up right now. Where at that time televangelists was becoming like very popular in the 80s and shit like that.
hmm
And you had that Jimmy Swaggart motherfucker.
Jimmy and Tammy,
Yep.
Faye Baker, Tammy
Um
Faye Baker.
Pastor John Hagee.
hmm
All my niggas, y'all should know about Pastor John Hagee and shit. Y'all should know.
uh,
Oh my god. Actually, I think it's called. It was once. Yeah, yeah, Miracle Man. That's the song, Miracle Man by Ozzy Osbourne. It reminded me so much of that because Jimmy Swagger, he's a piece of shit. Let me just say that right now, because he went around. He was like the white equivalent of C. Dolores Tucker, if you
hmm
ask me.
Yep.
This nigga ran around talking about heavy metal. I think he was talking shit about Ozzy, um, Judas Priest. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of him,
Right.
mind you, his cousin is Jerry Lee Lewis. So
hmm
if y'all know about Jerry Lee Lewis, then y'all should
Right.
know.
Right.
But this motherfucker, y'all should know what he did with the prostitution scandal, the "I have thin" speech, which to this day one of the most
Cringy.
iconic moments in 80s television and shit.
Cringy iconic moments.
Yes, cringy. If y'all see a white person with his fucking tears, his fucking face all scrunched up,
Oh my
that's Jimmy
god.
Swagger and shit.
I remember seeing that when I was little, like just laughing. And Tammy Faye Baker with her mascara running and hilarious.
I love whenever white people get fucking when they get caught and their mascara runs and shit like that. Oh man,
They want you to have sympathy for them then,
bruh.
you know.
This should be a fucking meme, though. And I just shared it when you thought her walk was really a
That's
walk.
the look of guilt. That is the look of guilt right there.
Shit, when her walk is just a water fountain.
Oh my god.
Yo, that's the meme. That's a fucking meme.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That could be a meme for a lot of things, yo.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised no one used that shit for memes like that. It's
This
always the
generation, they
fucking.
don't know about Jerry. They don't know about Jerry. That's why.
They don't. It's
You know.
okay. Cause when I make my memes, I talk about real shit. I'm on me. Fuck it. Oh yeah, don't get Jerry Farrell. Oh, he was
Right.
another one too.
Right. Right.
But back to Metallica. With this track right here, we just talking about televangelists and how they're always in it for the money and shit like that too. Which is to this day is still true today. Hell,
Right.
fuck it. TD Jakes had added him to that fucking group too.
Yeah.
That he had to fix my life, all that bullshit, all that sanctimonious
Kirk
bullshit.
Franklin. Kirk
Kirk
Franklin.
Kirk is just a running punchline on this channel now. Like he just replaced Puffy as a punchline at this point.
He's just a horny pastor. That's all. He'll be
But
happy,
you want to preach to me? Get the sit your ass down.
right?
But yeah,
But
this was
again,
a very underrated Metallica song. I love it in their earlier work when they got into social topics and shit too.
mhm.
So
That's back when heavy metal and rock was edgy. Not like how it is now. They don't really they don't take it to those lengths anymore. You know, um, I like the content that they had on this song and going at these televangelists that swore that they were so perfect and better than everybody else. And I think it was a dope song.
mm, yeah,
Farewell,
man.
Jerry.
Bye bye, Jerry.
Good.
Now, my favorite track off this album, surprisingly, Orient. This is probably one of the few times on this channel when instrumentals my favorite track off this album. I don't think I've ever had an instrumental as my favorite track.
Right.
This was Cliff Burton's farewell to the group,
Mm-hmm.
his magnum opus.
Right.
The first thing I think about when I think about Metallica, dead ass. People say, "Oh, Anastasia Man." No, give me Orion. Oh, give me one. Nope, give me this song. Keep everything after 1991. Give me this song and shit.
Right.
Like this was progressive metal right here. Like
Mm-hmm.
this, like the first part was so heavy and shit. Like the drums and everything like that, like yeah, all that shit.
Right.
But then once you get to the second part, when they bring out the bass like that, dee, 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 dee,
Mm-hmm.
dee, I had to look at myself like, damn, this is Metallica.
Mm.
And then when fucking the guitar like that, dee, 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 I was like, yeah, ah, this is hot. I had to rewind that shit
Wow.
all that fucking time. I had to rewind that shit. Like, and this is why I tell motherfuckers, Cliff Burton was Metallica.
Right.
Cliff motherfucking Burton. Only him can do some shit like this. Like,
I agree.
my fucking God. Oh. And then the bass solos, like, it was like two bass solos on that fucking track. Why does that he does not get mentioned when it comes to rock basses? It's beyond me.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, Paul McCartney, he's a good bassist and shit like that, but give me Cliff Burton, man. Burton was the key ingredient to Metallica. He was the John Paul Jones of Metallica.
Wow.
Yes, Ronnie, yes. Say it again, yes. Without Cliff, there won't be no Metallica. But yeah, that's all I have to say before I jinx myself and
You
shit.
sure you don't want to go?
You say I can still go, oh,
Hey, man.
yeah, justice for Cliff.
Y'all are more enthusiastic about Metallica than I am, so you know what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, like, Cliff Burton was a genius.
Right.
Woo!
I mean, it be like that sometimes. I mean, if Slash wasn't a part of Guns N' Roses, would they still be the same group? Or Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, if he wasn't there?
Oh shit! Speaking of Guns N' Roses, ooh,
You know,
thank you for the spaghetti incident.
you look I like for me, like with Limp Bizkit, when Wes left the group, they wasn't the same compared to when when he's there. They feel more complete because he's like their main dude, him and Fred, for that group. So that happens all the time in different rock groups,
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if I would say he's the Eddie Van Halen of Metallica. I feel like he was just him. Cause don't get me wrong, I love Eddie, but to me, Cliff Burton was more calculated than Eddie, believe it or not,
Right.
with how he arranges some of this shit.
Right.
I felt like with Eddie, in my personal opinion, and it's my opinion, but maybe after the 1984, he was hit or miss.
Uh,
Rockhead was gonna have a riot with me, but fuck it.
Attack him.
Yeah, attack me, don't attack Trash.
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool song. I mean, I'm not that invested in the whole lore behind Cliff Burton and all that. So I mean, I understand how you all feel because that happens again. That happens a lot in different groups where you lose like your main band member, and the music just don't feel the same anymore once that member leaves. So I totally understand what how that is.
Yeah, man, I feel you. And it's crazy too because even with Cliff dying, I'm just gonna say right now, it's not. I'm not gonna say fuck Metallica after Cliff died and shit. That's not me.
Right.
And shit too because I can say fuck Metallica for a lot of things, really. But I feel like personally, they were getting more mainstream appeal with this album because I was actually reading up about a story about this album, how yeah, like kids lined up just waiting for this album and shit
Yeah.
too. And mind you, they never made a music video up to this point.
Right.
They never made a music video.
hmm That's when it was fun to stand online for an album because you just had that feeling like it was going to be something special.
Yeah,
That feeling is gone in this day and age. So
mm, I agree.
you
Don't
know,
get me wrong, I like streaming, but to me, I'm more of a physical.
yes. It
Like
was fun to stand online. Like the same way I would stand online for like movie premieres, it was fun to stand online for, the main ingredient or Wu Tang Forever. It's not like that anymore.
see, I never stood in line for an album to be real with you
Yeah.
because sometimes it might be cold and shit and
Right.
yeah. But the time I actually bought something the first day it came out was
Uh,
Kingdom Hearts 3.
oh yes. Oh, the game. Yes, that's your game.
Oh yeah. And there was lines where I was reading, there was lines everywhere, but surprisingly there was no lines where I was at.
Right.
And I
Yeah,
got the
there was
first
there was
copy.
lines for like Kingdom Hearts and Gears of War, the first one when that came out, and Call of Duty, the Call of Duty Modern
Oh
Warfare
my
and all that. So
god, Call of Duty, oh my
yeah,
god.
people would stand in line till like 12 o'clock midnight just to wait for GameStop or Toys R Us to open and get their first copy.
They got that shit from Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday, right? Like stand in line for Jordans, the same thing.
But the Jordan ain't hook nothing. But anyway, the last track off this album is called Damage Inc. Um, this was a nice way to end off the album. Personally, I would have ended off with the instrumental, but this one was pretty much talking about how like the business corporations like to enslave the population in a weird way and shit like that. Kind of reminds me of the how people reacted to the coronavirus, you know,
Right,
buying all that toilet paper, fucking white people buying all that chicken when knowing damn well they can't season that chicken and shit.
right.
I mean, I don't understand. I just don't understand. But that's another story for a different day.
Yeah, it
Very
was.
dope song, classic.
I think it's like a song ahead of its time, like just talking about what we going through now, and it's just crazy. Like I didn't understand how that whole thing happened with, why everybody was rushing to buy toilet paper over food. That doesn't make no sense. You can't eat toilet paper,
Exactly.
you know.
Like nigga, I wipe my ass with paper towels. What's up?
Right. But you can survive off of some cans of pork and beans and tuna fish.
Noodles in the water.
Yeah, I didn't understand what that whole thing was about.
It's like y'all want to take a break from eating fast food and shit. Y'all don't know what to do with yourselves.
Exactly.
But anyway, I'm just gonna keep this review short. Y'all should already know how I feel about this album up to this point. Their best album, a must-have for every thrash metal fan. Mind you, I hate to bring race to it, but you'll probably never meet another black Metallica fan like me and shit.
That's for sure.
Yeah, because there's few rock groups that I will say I'm a fan of. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You know, Nirvana,
Yes.
Rolling Stones,
Yes.
Talking Heads, to name a few.
I'm
Metallica,
not. I'm
you
not up on their music yet. Talking Heads.
oh,
What
I'm
albums do
assuming.
you suggest like for somebody that never listened to Talking Heads like they listen to?
Um, okay, I would definitely start with the Remaining Light album from 1980,
Okay.
because that's like the most signature, popular album. My personal favorite one is the one that came after that, Speaking in Tongues,
hmm
because that has more of like a Prince, Minneapolis sound feel to it.
Oh
Personally,
wow.
I feel
Okay.
like you would like that one.
Nice.
Um, I would even say Talking Heads, the first album too. I think this the self-titled first album. I would start with that one too, if you want
Okay.
to,
So like
start from the
the
beginning.
first three.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but
Yeah, you mentioned in speaking in tongues. You mentioned that album before here.
yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm showing that album in this vinyl collection too. If I'm not
Okay, so
mistaken.
you got the albums.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Q said he likes Talking Heads.
You
Okay.
like what? You like Talking Heads, and it's not with Tupac? I'm shocked.
I mean, Q mentioned he likes Talking Heads because we were talking
I
about
did
some
not
different
know
songs a
that.
while
I
back.
thought this dude only listened to nothing but Tupac.
Stop.
Okay.
But yeah, but back to Metallica. This was definitely their best album in my opinion. Way, I feel like Ride the Lightning was more darker. This has its darker moments too, but with this album they focused more. It was like more of like a guitar album, if anything, and shit.
Right.
And the way how the album was engineered and arranged too astonishes me in a way and stuff like that too. Like I said before, this is Cliff Burton's Farewell. Um, Q, you funny. This is Cliff Burton's Farewell. 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 Let me talk. Farewell. All right. I must have in your collection and whatnot. And stay tuned next week when we talk about the beginning of their controversial albums, to be real.
I would never know it because all you do is talk about Tupac. So how would I know you like anything else? Ask me some questions about everybody else other than Pac. That's how I would know. Because the questions you ask us is always about Tupac.
But y'all
So
was just too far.
how would I know that he likes anything else other than Pac? I love Pac. I just don't care to talk about him all the damn time.
Y'all funny, man.
Psycho Killer, yes. Psycho Killer. What movie that was in? I told you like I've seen films where like certain of those songs were like in those films. Psycho Killer. That's actually a song that was in the Rock Band game.
Little trivia: that song inspired Ice-T for Cop Killer.
Right, right. That's what I remember you telling that. You saying that.
And also, if you want to see how dope of a live performance they were,
Mm,
Stop Making Sense concert film.
mm.
One, a lot of people say that's like the best concert film ever.
I remember
It's a,
that when that came out.
yeah.
Comic book.
My boy David was killing them dance moves.
Mm.
Bernie from P Funk was on that. I was like, yeah. See,
That
Talking
song's.
Heads, they had like that funky reggae vibe and shit, man. Like, all right, now vinyl.
Uh oh.
This is my next box. I was also thinking about doing a what the fuck video, depending on how much time we have left.
Okay. Is it a good video or what?
Uh, well, let's start with the vinyls and shit.
Okay.
We're gonna start with my girl, the queen of Motown, Diana Ross,
Yes.
the boss.
Great album.
Uh, young, black, and homeless. Let me stop. All right, now let's start. This is actually the self-titled album. Very dope album in my opinion. This is the album where you have her cover of "Ain't No Mountain High Enough." Well, I'm debating if I call it a cover or not because personally, it's like a different arrangement. But you know what? If you want to call it a cover, that's cool with me.
Right.
Um, All I Need to Get By. What else? Keep an Eye. This was like a Broadway R&B soul album, if you ask me, and shit like that. Must Have in Your Collection. Baby It's Me, 1976. Not a lot of people know about this album. Yeah, this one had more of like an adult contemporary feel. I love the song All Night Lover, Too Shy to Say. Very dope album. Must have in your collection. Then her best album.
Yes.
This is the album where she tried to show Donna Summer who was the real queen and shit. Um, this was the Diana album. I hate when artists they have a self-titled album and it's their name. Then they're gonna have another album Like the first name and shit. I
Right.
hate when they do that stupid shit. But let me stop. Very dope album. Fucking Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards produced this whole album. Rest in peace to Bernard Edwards. The making of this album was crazy.
Mm.
Like, you remember how she wasn't satisfied with the mixes and shit like that, so she remastered, remixed the album. She
Right.
got by herself or whatever, and then yeah, this we did a review on this album too.
Yes.
So
Hell no. I got Donna Summer all day over Dinah Ross when it comes to disco. I think Donna Summer was the queen of disco.
absolutely,
Diana album was dope. I don't think it's fucking with any of the Donna Summers her early albums.
I have to think about that. This was known for songs like "I'm Coming Out," where a certain Brooklyn rapper sampled it.
Yes, definitely.
"Have Fun," I love that track. "Upside Down," shit, we all know
But Sam, you don't
my
like disco, so I'm surprised you even like that Diana album.
who me?
No, Sam. I know Sam said it before. He don't like disco. You hate disco, so why would you? Why do you love this Diana album? This is a disco album.
Shit. Then you're gonna get into the RCA years with "Why Do Fools Fall in Love," 1981. Very solid album. This was an album she produced herself. This is known for the cover track "Why Do Fools Fall in Love," which I like a cover version, but I'm more of a fan of the Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers version, believe it or not. And shit. We might have to do a top 10 disco albums, believe it or not, one day.
Yes, yes.
Um,
I'm all about disco.
shit. Endless Love, which I kind of prefer the Mariah and Luther Vandross version better.
You don't like the one with Lionel?
No,
What?
too small.
Wow,
It's
that is
too
a classic ballad, yo.
it's too small.
It's too small.
With
What does
the
that mean?
Mariah and Luther, it had more soul.
Mariah Carey and Luther? You
It
think
had
that
more
one was better?
soul than that Diana and Lionel one.
Wow.
Yeah. But her stretch where Luther was like, "Nah."
That's Luther. Of course Mariah gonna sing her best. You know? When is she not gonna sing her best with like Luther or Boyz II Men? Like she always was at her best with them.
True. Now we're gonna have a lesser known album called Red Hot. This came out in '87. Um, this was a very solid album. I have to actually listen to this album. It has some weird songs to it, but yeah, I'm gonna re-listen to this one.
Now he's talking about I'm coming I'm coming out sample was for Biggie um More Money More Problems.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into one of the best funk groups, Rufus.
Yes. So you see the poster.
Oh yeah, I got that poster too.
You got the poster? You didn't put it up?
Well, it's my dad's place, so I can't really tell
Oh,
like a lot of shit in the walls though. But
right,
which I would need to get my own place so I can take these posters and shit. So
right. True.
very dope album. This was known for songs like "Everlasting Love," "Hollywood," "At Midnight," Rufus at their rawest form. Their best album,
Yes.
"Master Jam," produced by Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
man. This was known for songs like "Do You Love What You Feel," which is possibly my favorite song by them. "What Am I Missing?" "Body Heat," which was a cover of the Quincy Jones song.
Right. Yeah, Cut Close. Cut Close. We talked about their first album like the year before last, I think.
Yeah, the only album
Yeah.
too.
The only album, right?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Then you're gonna have Patrice Russian, straight from the heart. This came out in '82. Very dope album. One of hip hop's most sampled albums, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Known for songs like "Forget Me Not,"
Yep.
"Remind Me," "I Was Tired of Being Alone." Solid classic album.
Favorite disco album. That's tough. It's
Oh,
it's it's between for me. It's between the Bee Gees, "Children of the World," and Donna Summer. I want to say maybe Bad Girls, the Bad Girls album. I don't know. I like Donna's. I don't like none of Donna Summer stuff in the '80s. I like all her '70s stuff.
You know the irony? My favorite disco albums are Saturday Night Fever soundtrack
That too.
and the Love to Love You Baby album.
That was great. What's their name? Sister Sledge, We Are Family. That was a great disco album as well.
That
There's
was
so
a that
many, man. There's so many. I tell you one I don't like. I don't like that Neil Diamond disco album. So Surrender, I think it's called. I did not like that.
You know, I'm gonna have to listen to that
I don't.
album.
I don't think he had the voice to do disco.
I need a good laugh.
I don't like that. I don't think he should have been doing disco at that time.
Shit. I've actually been around a disco ball at a party, Q.
Yeah, I've never been to a disco ball.
All right. Now the first hip hop album on this
Yes, classic.
classic joint.
I thought you been had that.
I did. These are albums I have. It's just all my collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this is the R through W. So, very dope album in my opinion.
Yes.
Possibly the best Brand Nubian solo album, known for songs like "The Funkiest," "Move On," "Stage and Lights," "The Interview," which features Regina Hall because she and Sadat were dating at that time
Oh
too.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Regina Hall from Scary Movie.
yeah.
I did not know that. I still love Grand Poobah Real to Real. I think those two are like the best solo
Oh,
albums from Brand New.
that's my second favorite.
Yeah,
Anything over the fucking 1995 one, I didn't care for.
yeah. I didn't care for that one so much.
Yeah, Sade with the Promise album,
Yes,
her best album in my
love that.
opinion. Every time I listen to Sade, I always listen to her music a lot around Christmas time for some odd reason.
Right.
I remember one time I was listening to, I want to say it was that Punch. What's the song? Was it? Mr. Wrong. That's the song. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's because someone Punch Drink was on this album. Oh fuck, damn. I don't think Punch Drink was on this version. I think it's only on CD. Shit. Yeah, but yeah, I love listening to this song because I was the sun. It was like a sunset.
Right.
It was like an image. It was an image I would never forget. I just got out of work,
Hmm.
listened to this album. It was like a couple days after Christmas.
Right.
The sunset just looked so good that day and shit like that.
Right.
And the way the sun just plays and me listening to that song, it was just always a weird memory. I don't know why.
Yeah. She
But
well, she has that voice for that. It's real. Have a real melodic voice.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, man. Very dope album.
Yes.
It's in a crime, the sweetest taboo, Jezebel.
Hmm.
Punch Drink. I love that song.
Yeah.
Even though I just realized it's not on the vinyl version. Blame the label.
Who is that? Oh, Santana. I never
Yeah,
heard that one.
it's their first album.
Oh wow.
Yeah, love Santana, man. He was at his best in the '70s. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Right.
I didn't care for all that supernatural bullshit.
I actually like that album, but it's not the best Santana ever.
Yeah,
You know.
this is when he was more darker, jazzy with the Latin feel.
Yeah.
All my doggy style fans should know about this album. Evil Ways, love that track. Soul Sacrifice,
Hmm.
Waiting. I mean, I also have Abraxas too, which that album's cool, but I like the first two one, but I gotta give the slight edge to this one. And the
Right.
album cover, man, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know I know you'll love this one.
Oh yes.
Salt and Pepper.
Underrated. That's their most underrated album to me.
This is their best album to me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this was the third album. This album had more of like a darker feel to it. I'm not gonna lie. This was known for songs like "Let's Talk About Sex," "Expression," which that was actually the first song Salt wrote and produced by herself too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm doing my thesis on this chapter, so
That's right. That was in the movie. I think
yeah,
that was in the movie. Yeah.
yeah. And y'all already know I'm doing my thesis on female rappers too, so I'm so
Right.
glad I found this album too.
That's dope.
I was thinking about reviewing this sometime this
Yes, we
summer.
should definitely gotta put some homage on Salt and Pepper and spin the
Yeah,
world. Yes, another classic.
yeah. One of my favorite hip hop albums of all time, Runaway Slave.
Hmm.
They actually called the album Runaway Slave, I think, because of the label.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very dope album. Love the songs Fat Pockets, even though the remix with that da, 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 da.
Hmm.
Y'all know how I feel about
Fire.
that.
Fire.
Hold Your Head, Sounds of the Lambs. I mean, I like this album, but to me, I'm more of a Goodfellas fan. Actually.
Goodfellas. Yeah.
Minneapolis, stand up.
Yes. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Glamorous Life.
Classic. Another one.
Very dope album. This was known for songs like The Bell of St. Mark, The Glamorous Life, Off Your Collar. Very, very dope album.
Have you seen her podcast?
I've seen a thumbnail. I gotta watch it.
Yeah. She had George Clinton on there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The best album, in my opinion.
What? Over the Glamorous Life? Hell no.
Yeah,
The Glamorous Life sits all over Romance 1600.
but you already know I'm left field every
Oh my
time this
lord.
shit. I don't
Wow.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I this has some of her best songs like a Love Bazaar, Dear Michelangelo, of course, Yellow, man. Yes, very dope album. This was like the sister to Around the World in a Day.
Wow. And that's album to me is better than that. Shauna. Now I heard that one time though. Is that the one with getting some head? Oh,
Oh,
that's the other album.
almost that's the second album.
Okay.
Yeah, Shauna. This was the fucking Worth the Wait album. I heard this album a while back ago. It was solid. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest Shauna fan,
Hmm.
but I really just got this, just because I like disturbing the peace
Yeah.
but I'm definitely gonna talk about this album one day.
She should have blown up.
We all
She
know
should
who
have
to
blown
blame
up
for
the
that.
It's like the fact that Chingy blew up before is like that's just crazy.
Please don't say that boy's name. Please don't say that boy's name.
Man. Ghetto Boys, yes.
Yeah. Speaking of the Ghetto Boys, I think Scarface will really be trying to bring the Ghetto Boys back and shit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they says the Ghetto Boys Reloaded.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this was Mr. Scarface's back.
Yes.
Very dope album. I've done a very dope review on this, I think last year.
Yeah.
This album, in my opinion, was a template for albums like Reasonable Doubt, Ready to Die, Only Built for My Cuban Links. It started off the hustler
Right.
mentality and shit like that, in my opinion. And especially Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know everyone say, oh, Biggie killed himself. Oh my God. This nigga, he woke up, realized he was dead.
Hmm.
We don't know what the fuck happened to him. He just said, oh, I woke up, no one can hear me. All of a sudden I realized I'm dead. Like, that's just hardcore as fuck. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Good Girl Gone Bad, Diary of a Madman, Money and the Power, PD Rollin'. Like, nigga, Scarface's coldest album, period, man. Woo!
That would be a good discussion. Favorite hip hop soul videos.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Beans.
Yeah, I got the heat tonight.
Yes.
This is a hip hop
His last
classic.
great album.
Yes. I don't care. It's a hip hop classic to me.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know. Whenever rappers are about to go to prison, that's when they put out the punches and shit.
Come on,
Tupac
Ti. I
started
need you back in prison.
actually, Slick Rick kind of started it because behind bars, the ruler's back
Yeah.
was but
Right.
Tupac elevated it.
Right.
Oh shit! Let me stop. Not bring up Tupac. But anyway, this album was known for songs like "Feeling in the Air," "Rest in Peace, Heavy D,"
Hmm.
Oh Daddy featuring Young Chris. Don't Stop. Like this
Hey,
whole fucking album is a
you
flawless
know that
execution.
that old daddy sample. Mace used that on Double Up.
I don't want to talk about that
Yes.
album greatness.
Yo, did you see the recent post Nori been posting? He wants to battle Beans in the verses.
Okay, first Lil Kim wants to battle Nicki Minaj. Now
Yeah,
Nori against
Nori
Beans.
wants to battle, and he's talking this shit about how I'm like, you don't have the discography to battle Beans or State Property. You had like one classic debut album. CNN had one classic. That was it. Beans got a whole shitload of albums that's better than Nori. Nori shit.
I'm actually here for it. I'm
You
actually
here for
here
Nori
Nori
against
versus
Beans?
Beans.
Who's winning that?
Beans.
I, I'm picking Beans easily. I don't think anything's gonna be close.
But see, we need shit like that. This is the shit we need,
Yeah.
like the heavy hitters and
I'd
shit.
rather Beans against Styles P or Cameron, not Nori, because I don't think Nori's gonna beat him.
See, Cameron and Jada Kiss would have been a
Right.
more
That would have been
suitable
better.
battle.
Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like with Cameron, I don't know. I feel like Cameron and Styles,
That would be good too.
that would be
That
good.
would be good too.
But Beans and Nori, it's different. It's unexpected.
Right.
But
He want all the smoke with Beans. I'm like, do you forget this man? Like just about all the albums on Rockefeller, and then the two state property albums, the features that he have, like Nori don't got the discography like Beans.
y'all know there's another versus July 1st and shit. It's a surprise.
What's the surprise though?
I don't know because
I don't,
they said it's like July 29th. They didn't release this shit yet.
July 29th?
I mean, it's June 29th.
June
Excuse me.
29th? Well, today's June 29th.
Well, they got it scheduled for July 1st.
Oh, and they're not saying who it is?
Nah,
Oh my god, that could go either way.
that could be anybody.
Yeah,
If it's something for the Essence Festival, it be
it has to be
oh
good.
man. If this is Boy AS versus George
It has to
Benson,
be good. If it's dedicated to the Essence Festival, it got to be somebody good.
oh my god. I swear to God, I have my fingers crossed. I have my, but this is
Nori,
Rick we're talking about.
Nori. I don't know. Who's that? Big Dead Rick?
Nah, it's a Skillet and Leroy, Big Dead Dick.
Who the fuck is that?
You
I think
remember
you
Stanford and
showed this
Son?
before. You showed this before. I did not even know who they was back then.
Stanford and Son. They employed the characters Leroy and Skillet,
Right.
Fred's ratchet friends and shit.
Oh
The
my
big
god.
the big fat guys like, hey Fred. I so I got this for my Stanford and Son purposes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely going to review this album one day.
Of course you do.
You know what? This might be my next stand-up review. Big Dead Dick. Um, this I know LaWanda Page appeared on this album too,
Uh,
cause I think the song where NWA what's that one song on Niggas for Life? Don't no, she swallowed it. The part where she's like, it's the world's biggest dick.
oh my
That came
god.
from this album, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
my god.
Yeah,
That's
very
funny.
very dope album in my opinion. Yeah,
Yeah,
want to talk about
Beans
this.
would. I don't think Nori would survive 20 rounds with Beans. That's gonna end by like round 10. Yes. I never got that one. The second album.
Yeah, man. A lot of people sleep on this one.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm stay awake.
That's on his way to prison.
Yeah, the first rapper.
Yeah.
The first rapper to actually. I just realized that. A lot of people say.
But to go to prison?
Huh?
To go to prison?
Now, I don't know if he was the first rapper to go to prison. I think he was the first rapper to drop an album before he went to prison.
Oh, I see.
I think.
Right.
But yeah, this album is actually a very dope album. A lot of people say this is a step down from Great Adventures. I might be in the minority. I feel like it's up to par with Great Adventures.
Right.
Slightly. Because the production on this album was very dope. Probably his best produced album. Well, Art of Storytelling. That's his best produced album. Top Cat. I love that song. It got the original version of It's a Boy. I like the Large Professor, but I kind of prefer the OG version.
Right.
Mistakes of a Woman in Love with Other Men. Rick was on that pimp shit, you know what I'm saying? Very dope. Um, I actually got the White Kangol inspiration from this album too. So
Yes. West Side Connection versus the Locks. Who winning that?
Locks.
Come on, somebody made a post about that too. They would like to see that versus happen.
Yeah,
First
Locks.
of all, Ice Cube not talking to Dub C, so I don't know how they would do that.
Oh, damn! I thought he wasn't talking to Mac 10. Oh shit.
I mean, not Dub C, Mac 10. My bad. You're not talking
Oh,
Mac 10. Yes, I have that one too. Classic.
the freest black man to ever live.
Yes.
Sly Stone, the one of the all-time greatest funksters ever. Stan. This was known for songs like "Don't Call Me Nigga," "Whitey." I want to take you higher.
Mm-hmm.
They had the best Woodstock performance ever.
Right.
The well,
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah.
Yes.
I can't deny Jimmy.
Yes. Another classic.
There's a riot going on. Little trivia: they actually titled this album in response to Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On."
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, this was a
Another
pretty
classic.
a dark album released after the greatest hits. This was known for songs like "Family Affair," "Poet," uh, "Got You Smiling,"
Mm-hmm.
"Thank You for taking me to Africa." Oh, "Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa."
Yes.
Best song ever.
Mm-hmm.
Very dope.
Did,
My favorite album.
did you notice? Her last night was wearing a Sly Stone T-shirt. Her
Yeah,
performance that was dope.
yeah. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another performance. She did a thing too.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. I gotta listen to her album. I have that one too. Another
Yeah,
good one.
Sly Stone on his Bruce Lee shit.
Yes. Black Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, this was another dope album. Probably my second favorite album from them. The production on this album was it still maintained the dark, moody production of There's a Riot,
Right.
but this album was a lot more positive. Like you have If You Want Me to Stay, which I think that's like their signature song.
Yeah.
Every time you hear that,
Yeah.
I mean, I love that song, man. That shit's hot, but to me, the skin I'm in. I love when the horns come like. Little thing though, there's actually an alternate version of this album I'm trying to get that
Oh
was
wow.
released in 1991,
Uh,
but it was released by accident.
okay.
And Sly Stone, he always overdubs his shit, and that has alternate mixes of this album. So
Right.
I was very close on getting it.
On get in? What happened?
Some motherfucker bought it,
Um,
but I'm gonna get it one day.
don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, they don't know shit about this shit.
They don't. They just buying it just to buy it. Nice.
Yeah, this is small talk. Little trivia.
Mm-hmm.
His wife at this time, he actually married her on in concert.
Wow.
Don Cornelius was the usher,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. I think they divorced like 3 months later
Mm-hmm.
because his pit bull almost killed his son right here.
Oh wow.
But
He
back to this
buried his wife
album.
during a concert. That's what you said.
Yeah, because his popularity was waning, so he wanted to marry her just to boost his popularity up and shit.
Wow. During the show.
Madison Square Garden.
What? I never even heard about that.
Yeah,
Do anybody
1910.
have footage of this?
I think there's some footage on YouTube, I want to
Mhm.
say, but I
Wow.
don't know because copyright. There's not like a lot of vintage Sly and Family Stone stuff on YouTube like that.
Right.
But yeah, this album was very dope too. This was kind of when like their popularity was waning a little bit. You had songs like "Small Talk," "Loose Booty," "Can't Strain My Brain." I feel like this album is very underrated,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So
Another slide. Okay.
technically, this is a Sly Stone solo album, technically, which I'm
Right.
gonna explain in a minute. This album right here was supposed to be his comeback album.
Right.
And it's crazy too because there were certain songs where he actually sounded like a woman on this album because some of the mixing
Oh
was
Lord.
very interesting. But in terms of latter Slide the Family Stone, this one is not a bad album. I prefer this album and the last album in '82 because the '82 one that had George Clinton producing some of the tracks on it too. So
Right. Oh yes, Smith and Wesson.
yeah,
Shine. That's my
Shine,
favorite one.
very dope album. This album, in my opinion, was like one of the strongest boot camp slick albums of mine. I mean, this was known for songs like Bucktown, Hallucination, Soundboy Burrell,
Yes.
classic.
Banger. We gotta talk about that one.
I agree.
Gotta talk about that one. And I'm gonna tag them when we do. So
Oh yeah,
another Santana. Oh, Shalimar. I don't know that one.
this was the Disco Gardens. This is the first album. Yes, this is the first album. Okay, this one is kind of a controversial one, but bear with me.
Uh,
So Shalimar was a group with like a lot of turmoil
right.
and shit. And if you guys recognize in the back, know Howard Hewitt.
Yeah. Is that after he left?
Oh no, no, this was before he
Before
joined.
Howard. Okay.
Yeah, so the guy, the guy that was there, I'm trying to pull up his name right now and shit. Gerald Brown, that's his name,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But I think Gerald Brown got into it with the powers to be. I want to say it was either head of solo or whatever,
Right.
and that's when Howard Hewitt came out and shit. So
Wow.
very, very dope album. This was known for songs like "Take That to the Bank," which got the classic Leon Silvers writing that song, the only Silvers I acknowledge. Um, very dope album, must have in your collection.
Interesting.
And then the last album
There's
with
Howard.
Howard Hewitt. Interesting album indeed, because this album they went for more of the new wave
Right.
sound.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
So it wasn't
I
good.
mean this was then Van Halen's 1984.
Oh wow. So it was good. Well, you like 1984, right? That's a
Yeah,
good album.
it was a good album.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good album because I love the Howard Hewitt era, but it's my least favorite album from the Howard Hewitt era
Right.
because I'm more of a fan like with the traditional sound,
Mm.
especially on the Friends
Friends was
album.
great.
Um, fucking Go For It, which
Mm-hmm.
an album I thought I had, but yeah.
The
So yeah,
the issue I had with Friends is not a lot of Jody singing on there. Like it's
oh
more
yeah.
Howard. Was it like that for all? Cause I haven't heard all the Shalimar albums with Jody and Howard. Was it always like that, or was it just for that album?
Well, around that time, the Go For It album kind of elevated Howard Hewitt's popularity.
Right.
So that was when they were trying to Diana Ross Howard Hewitt.
Mm.
Jody and Jeffrey were not feeling because they never really clicked with one
Right.
another. Which
Right.
stay tuned on that beef episode too.
We got to get Jody on here so she could talk about this.
Shit,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
we trying to interview everybody.
Yes. I want to hear. I want to hear what it was like working with Howard in the tug of war because I mean to me as a fan listening to those albums it seemed like they had Howard out in the forefront more than Jody. And I always thought Jody could sing. I remember buying her first solo album on cassette back in the day. After that, I don't think she was the same after her first album. Like she had a lot of success from the self-titled joint, and that was it. But I think it seemed like it was more emphasis on Howard's vocals than Jody, and I never understood why.
Because like Howard Hewitt was he was a quintessential light skinned nigga. I'm gonna be real. Like
Mm.
think about it. Whenever you hear about a group having some issue, who's always the instigator? Think about it. 9 times out of 10, it's always a lighter shade.
Well, Bobby Brown wasn't light, and he was the instigator in New Edition.
Well, see, Bobby Brown changed the game. He made dark skinned niggas come back and
Oh
shit.
my god.
He made dark skin. I'm saying he made dark skinned niggas came back and shit. Like let me
So
not make fun
before
of him for
before
that. Let me
Tyrese,
not.
we gotta give credit to Bobby Brown.
Like we had the Aaron Halls, the Keith
Aaron Hall.
Sweats.
Oh lord. Aaron Hall's a troublemaker too. Yes.
Mr. Dog Catcher.
I still think Teddy Riley is the root of all those problems though. When you
Oh,
have, it's one thing
absolutely.
you have a problem with God, but you got a problem with Blackstreet too. Eric Sermon, classic. I need
Yeah.
that album.
This is one of the reasons why I wish cars came with record players and shit. Because this album, the beats, the bass lines on this album slaps. We never talked about this album, have we?
Have we done?
No,
I
we
think
never
we
done
did the
Aaron
second
Curtis.
album. The second one.
Yeah, the second one we
The
did.
second one we talked about. Yeah, we didn't talk about the '93 one.
Yeah, I even reviewed the second one of my first reviews too. But a lot of people actually said that this album he had like a little bit of a West Coast influence or whatever. I didn't
I
see
don't.
it.
I don't hear it. I mean, Ice Cube was on there, but other than that, I don't hear the West Coast influence.
That was more PMD's first
Yeah,
album.
that was more for his first album. I think that was more for him.
Yeah, but this album to me, very very solid album. It's a classic album. I need to talk about this album one day.
He was supposed to do. There was a rumor back then that him and Dre was supposed to do a chairman of the boards album. It was like going to be one half produced by Eric, one half by Dre, and they would have their artists on there. You never
Interesting.
heard that rumor?
I heard they were supposed to have done some work together, but
Right. That was around the same, like 93, 94 is like around the same time, and he was supposed to have Def Squad on there, and Dre was gonna have like the Dog Pound and Snoop on that album too, and Mr. Malik,
interesting.
but it never happened.
Shit, I never heard that possibly in the word.
That's before the internet, so
Shit. I have a few more albums left.
there's a drinking game that Ray Sean wants to play with Mariah Carey music.
I'm lost.
What man? We would be drunk off of the terrible stuff in the 2000s alone. So after EMC Squared, I would be drunk like a fish. I ain't like none of those albums after that.
Shit, this is Solange's Tickets.
Yes,
Seat at the Table.
great album.
Very great album. And this album to me was one of the greatest R&B. I feel like now it's considered one of the greatest R&B albums ever. Certifiable, very influential. This was
That's the
released.
first Solange album I heard.
So this is the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one I ever heard from her.
Oh wow.
That was dope.
Yeah. So a lot of people, this was the first album because this was released the same year as Lemonade and shit.
Right.
Um,
And I didn't care for Lemonade.
I'm not gonna go that far, but
I thought Solange made a better album.
oh yeah, Solange definitely made a better album. But I love Trains in the Sky. Love Borderline. This just takes me back to fucking college, man. When me and Coos were
Right.
roommates. Shout out to
Yeah.
Coogee.
Yeah.
Rise. Very dope album.
Hmm.
Classic. Well, certifiable. So
Yes,
I'm not
definitely.
gonna call it a classic
One
yet.
one of the better R&B albums. Who's that?
Spice One.
Spice One. Okay. The
187
white
We
people
Rope.
promo joint.
Yeah, promo. This was a very dope album. Classic gangster rap. This was known for songs like Sugar Against No Heart, Double Me with the Dishes, The Murder Show, Running Out the Crack House. I mean, this whole fucking album was just
Right.
phenomenal and shit.
How do you do the take a shot challenge? I want to know how you do that. The
Yeah,
whole
I
take a
wouldn't
shot.
drink.
You have to have a drink, but how? Why do you? Why are you taking a drink though? You have to hear the album first or something.
That's what this generation comes up with new challenges
What's the
and
take
shit.
a shot? I don't know the take a shot match. I never even heard about that.
Shout out to AJ.
Shout out to AJ.
Yeah. All right, classic hip hop right now. It's called the Sonic.
Yes. That's a Sonic.
Yep.
Nice.
This is the in Full Gear album that came out in '88. Their best album, in my opinion. This was known for songs like "Float On" featuring the Four MDs, talking all that jazz. I want to say that was like the first hip hop tracks that been sampling too.
Right.
Music for the sinfully insane. This was like the first hip hop band before the Roots.
Yes.
Put some respect on Daddy O.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Who's that?
Stooges,
The
Iggy and the
Stooges? I never heard of
Stooges,
them. The Stooges.
Funhouse.
Okay.
This was Iggy Pop's first group and shit. One of the greatest rock albums ever. This was early punk rock. This was known for songs like TVI, 1970, Funhouse. This was the definition of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's a crime I have not reviewed this album yet.
Iggy Pop, wasn't he in the Crow? The Crow, the first Crow film, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah, he played one of like the bad guys. Who's that?
Styles P,
Styles P. Which album is that?
Gangsta and a Gentleman.
Oh shit, the promo copy. I never seen that on vinyl.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, this was the promo. Actually, no, this is not the promo copy. This is just the yeah, this is just the vinyl version. It don't say promo copy here,
Right,
so
because it don't have like the album cover on it. That's dope. Oh, there's it
yeah,
has it on the sticker.
yeah, man. But you know,
Nice.
this is a classic.
Definitely, that's his best album still to me.
Yes, sir. Y'all know we here. Black Magic.
Yes.
This was known for We Thugs, My Niggas.
Mhm.
Phenomenal album.
Yes.
This review is coming soon.
Definitely. I just saw he dropped a new single. What's it called? Scattered, I think. And his son actually did the beat for him.
His son.
Yeah, he has a son. He has a son that's a producer now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send that to me when you have a chance.
Yeah, I'll send you the video. They filmed it in Times Square and shit.
Okay, niggas out here filming videos in Times Square now. Okay,
With
pandemic,
no
right?
mask and shit. So
No
niggas act
mask.
like COVID is over.
No, all right, no mask.
No mask.
Meanwhile, I'm over here losing fucking goggles, man. Fuck. I wish I could just go to Times Square. Fuck.
Right? You know what I mean?
Some Philly soul for your ass.
I have that. I have that one. Yes, the Stylistics.
Yes, the first album.
That's a great album.
This was known for songs like "People Make the World Go Round," "You Are Everything," um, motherfucking Tom Bell. Some of his guest production. The great Russell Tompkins, one of the greatest falsettos to ever live.
Yeah.
Got Diana Ross and Supremes, Love Child.
Ooh, nice. I like that album cover.
Yeah, yeah, they were looking good on this shit, man.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, this was the first album with Cindy Birdsong.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Little trivia. Cindy Birdsong introduced Barry Gordy to Susan B. Pass,
Of course.
and the rest is history.
Yep.
So this was a very dope album, very gritty production. I want to say Holland, Doja Holland left Yeah, they left Motown in '67, so I don't think they did the production on this one.
Right.
This was known for songs like Love Child, which was a controversial song at that time because it was talking about like illegitimate children and stuff like that. And that was not like a topic people talked about in R&B at that time.
Right.
And that was like the beginning of Motown going into like social topics and shit too.
Right.
Everything started off about Diana.
And Susan the Past is also going to be producing the Marvin Gaye biopic.
Thank you, Jesus. Well, let me not say because sometimes she does have her little issues sometimes, but
Right.
Dr. Dre's Susie Pass. Okay, now I'm getting hyped now.
Yeah, they're going
Fuck
all
the
out.
Aretha, give me the
The
Marvel.
budget is going to be huge. They're going all out for that. So that's hopefully that's good
Don't fuck this up.
for real, right? Yeah, no mask. They had no mask in the video. They were just chilling in Times Square on the corner. Yes, another classic.
Yeah, his second album, I'll Give All My Love to You. Very dope album.
Yeah.
Love the title track. This is known for songs like Just One of Them Things with Gerald Levert, Make You
Yes, it
Sweat. The video to Make You Sweat cracks me up every time. Like, God. We gotta react to that video after
Yes.
the one I gotta show you and shit.
Right.
Very very dope album,
Yes.
classic album cover.
He needs a versus definitely.
Anybody but Jacquees.
No, not him.
Then we have Cyrita.
I don't
This
know
is
her.
Stevie Wonder's wife.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't ever know. I don't think I know her.
yeah. She actually done like a lot of songs with him too. This was the second album.
Right.
Wait, was this the second album? Yeah, second. No, this was the first album. Excuse me. Stevie Wonder presents Cyrita. Um, yeah, man, very dope album. This was known for songs like "Just a Little Piece of You," "Heavy Day," "Your Kiss is Street." If you guys love fulfilling this first finale, you would definitely love this album. Rest in peace,
Make It Last
Cyrita.
Forever is Ronnie's favorite Keith Sweat album. He says.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I'm more of a fan of the self-titled.
Great album too.
It's Talking Heads Speaking in Tongues.
Okay.
Yeah, this was released in 1983. Very, very, very dope album. Like I said, it had like a more of like a Minneapolis sound to it.
Definitely.
No, this was known for songs like "Burning Down the House,"
Yep.
"This Must Be the Place." One thing I loved about this album, the singles do not sound anything like the fucking album. Like
Right.
you heard the song "Burning Down the House" before, right?
I think I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
"Burning Down the House."
yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah, but then once you get to making flippy floppy, the script decides to go crazy. It's like
Right.
nothing can come between us. Ding, ding, ding. And it was like it blew my fucking mind and shit.
Mhm.
And if I'm not mistaken, this was like their most successful album.
Mhm.
So yeah, this was like a more of like a like I said, it's like they discovered Prince around this time.
Right.
Minneapolis sound. Like it blew like I said before, like niggas, all my niggas, y'all should know about this shit though.
Yes. TLC. Wow.
Yes.
Great
Shout
album.
out to Ashley for this.
Shout out to Ashley.
Yeah.
Ashley buys vinyl too.
Yeah, actually got vinyl too,
She
yeah.
has vinyl. That's dope.
I think so, yeah. Um this is known for something like Ain't Too Proud of Beg, Something You Wanna Know, Baby, Baby, Baby. Still sealed up too, so
Oh, you gotta open that.
I, y'all gonna open it.
And Molly Mall is on that album. People forget he got a track on there.
Yes, he did.
Crazy. Yes, fan mail.
Yes. This was a very weird album. It's like the best song happened like towards the end.
You think so?
Yeah.
That was their best song to you?
The best songs like happened toward like the
Oh,
last
towards
album.
the end?
Yeah.
I think the sequencing was off with that album.
Very off that album.
You know,
Good album though.
good album. Yes.
This was like the beginning of the whole futuristic
Yeah.
when Army got all futuristic with the 2000s and
Right.
shit.
Yep.
Just look at the album cover and shit. Like
Yeah.
TLC 2000 coming
Mhm.
soon.
I love the design of it though, with the makeup and everything.
Yeah.
That was a good album. It's not my favorite. I still love the first two.
Oh yeah. Anything after this album sucks.
Yes, that 3D album I did not like. That was bad. Yeah, Molly Mall did This Is How It Should Be Done. That's the Left Eye solo track on the first album. Yes, Teflon. I know you said you wanted to talk about this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the clean version.
Oh, that's the clean version. Okay.
But it's a rare album, so I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
it is. It's very out of print.
It's clean, but it still says shit. But okay. Yeah, yeah, kids, you can say shit.
That ain't
Teflon's a
no
good
curse word
role
no more.
model.
They say bitch on TV. That ain't no an ass. That ain't no curse.
Right. Matter of fact, let me play some of this album right now. This album is classic. This album right here, this is the perfect midnight cruising album. You can only play this album at night.
Really, you feel like that?
Yes, it's the perfect cruising late night grown man thinking album. Like
Right.
shit happened alone.
Right.
One of the greatest prison narrative kind of songs, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I hate when sometimes I make up these little things, but fuck it. It's like one of the greatest like prison songs ever in hip hop, in my opinion. Just the
Right.
storytelling alone on this album is phenomenal.
Hmm.
I wish he was still making music to this day.
Yeah. Why did he stop?
I don't know, but I think he's like some exercise trainer or some shit.
What? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, and if y'all don't know, he's an MOP affiliate. He's like the big Noid of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was killing it on the first Family for Life album
Definitely.
though.
Yep. Definitely. Who was that?
The Temptations,
Temptations. Okay.
the Temptations, do the Temptations. This was released in 1976. Kind of a controversial album. This was released around the time when they were at the brisk of leaving Motown because they
Hmm.
wanted creative control.
Right.
And this was the first album they had creative control with everything.
Wow.
Motown did not promote this album.
Of course not. They were leaving.
This was actually a very solid album. I like the song "Why Can't You and Me Get Together." They did a cover of "Who Are You and What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life." "Let Me Count the Ways." Very, very, very underrated album.
Right.
The album cover is weird, scary. It scares me.
Oh wow. Tiny Terrell.
Yeah, Terry Terrell. This is the Irresistible album. This has a very interesting history, I should say. If I'm not mistaken, they shelved this album. Let me pull it up. I know I've been stripping to the story. Loki Terry Terrell was fine though. She was
Yeah.
pretty as hell. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, yeah, okay. So they this is the only solo album pretty much, and it was like a collection of like unreleased songs that she recorded between 65 and 68.
Right.
And y'all should know the fact, y'all should know that she died 1 year after this album from brain tumor and stuff like that. So this is, it's pretty much a compilation,
Right.
but at the same time, for all my Motown collectibles, y'all should definitely get this.
Now, how do you feel about? There's a rumor saying that Alicia Keys and um, what's her name? Taraji is up for the role of Tammy in the biopic.
I know years ago, everyone was talking about Taraji as Tammy.
Hmm.
If it was years ago, I could see Taraji, but
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. Taraji's a bit. I think she's like an. I don't want to say she's old
Right.
because age ain't nothing but a number.
Alicia
But
Keys, but she's never acted, has she?
who Taraji?
No, Alicia Keys.
Yeah, Alicia Keys acted
She acted
before.
before.
She was in a certain movie. I can't remember the top of my head though, but she appeared on certain. Oh,
She.
she was on Empire.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was on Empire. Where
Alicia Keys.
she
Can,
was
can
with.
she pull off that role as Tammy?
I'm leaning more towards Taraji.
Taraji.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like that should have happened years ago if they were trying to
Yeah.
make it happen.
But they said it was it was in the making for like what 10 years I think or maybe more.
Yeah, because her family, they want to make sure everything's legit, and
When
doing
Dr.
records.
Dre when they did the Defiance documentary, that's when Dre was like him and Jimmy Iovine was talking about doing the biopic for Marvin, and they have the backing now for like the movie companies told them they're gonna spend as much money as they want on this project, and they're gonna promote it. I think it's coming out. Was it? I want to say not next year, year after next, maybe 2023. But they're gonna do like a big promotion for this biopic.
That's gonna take forever.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like if you're going with an older Tammy, I guess it would be Taraji. Alicia Keys could sing. I don't know if she can act for a big part like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They haven't, and I think them picking Marvin is gonna be last. I don't think they're gonna rush to get Marvin yet. They're gonna
Like,
they're gonna they're gonna cast everybody else around the main character.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like his pops, I think his pops role is gonna be up for grabs as well, and they're gonna cast everybody else before they pick Marvin.
Bro, I really cannot wait to see you play the daddy.
Yeah, I don't know who's that gonna be. Who can play Marvin Gaye now? I don't know.
It would have to be somebody that's not afraid to wear drag though, because you know Marvin Gaye's dad wore woman's clothing once in a while.
Right, that's another thing.
That's the controversy right there. Shit.
Right,
'Cause you know what to go black man in dress,
cross
no
dressing.
shit.
He had a cross dressing father.
A preacher.
That's preacher dad that shot him. So all the time. Yes, you know that's being re-released in July.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I might have to get that one.
Yeah, this is more for cool. Oh baby, get it up, all that shit.
Yeah, that's they re-releasing that. Oh yes, I love that classic. Classic. They re-releasing it on I believe it's red vinyl,
Oh wow.
and it's like for the anniversary is next month, so they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying. But depending on where you order it from, make sure they give you a tracking number.
Yeah, I feel you.
I just got a tracking thing from for the Prince vinyl, so hopefully be here this week.
Yeah, let me know when they get that shit.
Yeah,
And I just realized it's
cause they late, and I want to say that they're late because of the COVID and because it was record store day. They probably had like a lot of orders, but they got to do better. You got to do better delivering people stuff.
fuck COVID. But yeah, I just realized we are 2 hours in. If I still have some vinyls left over when we get to 2 hours and 15, I'll just save it for the next video.
What do you think about what Q had to say about did you see the Nas X performance? I know people have been talking about that online.
I'm not the biggest fan of Nas X, so I
What he's
mean,
doing is better his business. You know what I'm saying? Like
thank you.
I I don't care about what artists are straight or gay because I grew up on gay artists. Boy George was gay for all his life. You know what I'm saying? So was Elton John. So was Freddie Mercury. It was never an issue. It's only issue in hip hop. That mentality has to be done away with once and for all. Just like when they make a whole issue about location and all that, that's already a past thing. What he do in his bedroom is his business. You don't have to listen to him. If you support him, then support him. I don't know. I don't see why people making a whole big thing out of it.
Eh, the motherfucker admitted he was gay. What do you guys expect him to fucking
Exactly. What do
do?
you think he was gonna do? Like kiss a woman on stage?
Right.
He said he was gay. So you know,
Shit, that's his business. Let's let it
right,
be. Um, but I did like how he paid homage to the Michael Jackson "Remember the Time" video. I like that.
right.
Oh, I didn't ask you. What did you think of Tyler Creator's performance?
I thought it was dope. I listened to the album this morning. I think it's a dope album, one of
Yes.
his best. And I haven't. I liked Flower Boy and Cherry Bomb. Ego was good, but like a straight hip hop album, I haven't been able to say that since Bastard. I went Wolf. I gotta go back and revisit Wolf because there was a lot of fucking songs on Wolf.
That's his best album. Well, second best. I mean.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought it's a dope album. That sample he used, the Gravedigger sample, 2 Cups of Blood for Lumberjack. That's a fire track, man.
Yes.
He killed that joint. Like his performance, it was short, but I like the way that he was performing with the winds blowing, like the feel like there was like a tornado coming at him.
Yeah.
That was dope. You know what I'm saying? You give Tyler his props. Like Tyler's a dope ass artist.
All
It
the
can't all
performances
just be about fucking Griselda.
and Lil Baby.
I'm not going that far now. I ain't
All,
going that far.
all
Roddy
the
Rich performance I enjoyed. Like with him coming out with like the jazzy music and the women on the stairs. I like that. That was cool. I'm not a Roddy Rich fan, but I liked his performance.
I did not like his
You
performance.
didn't care for his performance? He
He
was like
looked like a
he cut
lost
his
on
he
the
cut his
street.
did he have like dreads or something? He cut his hair. He
I,
had all white on. He had like a ton of jewelry on.
they should have saved that for the pre-show. All the performances were actually very short. Like I was
Right.
surprised.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why some performances were short. Cause they were pressed for time too. You know.
Oh yeah, because we all wanted to see DJ Cassidy's BT
Goblin
one.
was dope too. Goblin was a dope album. You know. Who's that?
Too short, blowing the man.
Oh, Too Short. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Goblin was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this was his first album, his first major label album. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Freaky Tales, dope, Fiend Beat. I ain't
Yeah,
care
like
for
he.
the City Girl shit.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that online a lot. I think they had a re-release for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never get the clean version of this album. They call it Shorty the Player.
Right.
There's fucking beats in every almost every lyric, like with a beep 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 beep.
Crazy. It's too short. What they do? What they expect?
This was the song album was In the Trunk, No Love from Oakland, I Want to Be Free, Stepdaddy. This is like his most Oaklandist album, in my opinion, man. Fucking dope shit.
Who's oh Peter Tosh? Wow. Dope.
Legalizing.
Dope.
The perfect song for the situation, trap. Shit. Classic album, man.
Yes.
The song Legalize It, No Symphony, Why Must I Try? I love that track. Rest in peace to Peter Tosh, too. Perfect album.
Yes. Who's that?
Ike and Tina Turner,
Ike and Tina.
Nutbush
Oh,
City remix. Very dope album, very funky. This was known for its title track, a funkier version of River Deep Mountain High. That's My Purpose. I want to say this was the most successful album, but I could be wrong. River Deep.
oh yes. Classic.
I mean, we should already know this album.
That's the era of Tina I grew up in.
Shit, classic.
Definitely.
Private
Definitely.
Gangster.
Definitely.
Call it What Love Got to Do with It.
Gorgeous legs, yo.
Yes.
Yes. Critical beatdown. We talked about that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we recently reviewed the album months ago, but revolutionary album, Seji at its finest.
Dope album.
The five voices of Seji.
Yes. Vanity. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Great album.
The first album, the classic album.
Yes.
Nasty Girl, Wet Dreams, Drive Me Wild. The fact that Prince wrote 1999,
Mm-hmm.
What Time Is It, and this album, come on, man.
Yep. Crazy.
Amongst other things,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Jump. They got this, the hype stick to make sure you know what it is.
like, jump! Classic album, man. This was the last hoorah of Van Halen, in my opinion.
Yeah. Man, oh man, Luther. A
Yeah,
great
we
album.
recently talked about Luke. I'm not gonna spend too much time. But
Yes.
very dope album.
Great album.
House Not Home. Never too much, never too much, never too
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yes. Another
Very
good
dope
album.
album indeed. Yeah, man. The back cover always kills me and shit. Like, alright. I got about 7 more minutes. Let's see what I can do. I think we got some soundtracks now. We got some soundtracks. Oh wait, we still got some other things. You doing the drill?
Yes. Classic.
The lean. Like, this was released in 1986. Stop to Love. This was known for songs like So Amazing, Give Me the Reason. Very dope album.
Ronnie said Luther looked like Superman on the Never Too Much album cover.
Shit.
The Young and the Restless. Wow, that's the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Wow.
Background music.
You like it that much?
I got this for sampling purposes.
Oh, for sampling? Okay.
Yeah, for sampling purposes.
That's a damn lie.
Chill out. It's not, you don't know. I like sampling background music from television shows sometimes.
Wow. The Wiz, yes.
Yes.
Great album.
Yeah. You got that Quincy Jones list, didn't you, or no?
Huh?
The Quincy Jones list.
I gotta add two more songs and I'm done.
Okay, baby.
What we doing that? When is that? In July?
We're doing it after the
After
Supremo.
Primo? Okay.
Yeah. I may push the Primo to the fifth, but I'm not too sure yet
Okay.
because I gotta handle some shit. I'll let you know about those though.
Right. Wild Style. Wow.
Yeah.
That's way back.
Classic 1983 movie.
I saw Wild Style on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I never seen the movie before. I never bought it on VHS back in the day. I didn't go to see it in the theater. I saw it when Netflix had it, like maybe like 3 4 years ago. That's when I saw it.
Yeah, man. I love that Cold Crush Brothers song at the Dixie. Like, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
that
dun.
was crazy. CB4, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of this movie, low key. I like it, but I'm kind of, it's like one of those movies I'm burnt out by.
Right.
But I do like some songs from the soundtrack. I'm more for fan of Fear for Black Hat.
Yeah, that was dope.
More, know for songs like Mayday in the Frontline, Lifeline,
Hmm.
Rappers Delight, Straight Out of Low Cash. I mean, entertaining soundtrack.
I thought it was a dope soundtrack. Black Street is on there.
Oh yeah,
Public Enemy. Yeah. Yes, Friday classic.
holographic cover and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the Respect the Classics edition. Very, very, very dope. Album movie. I know you don't like the movie and shit, but
Yes. Is
um,
cool. Is Cool G Rap? Oh no, the Cool G Rap discography is when? When is that?
I'm gonna send an announcement for everything
Okay.
by tonight, so stay tuned because I gotta handle some shit tonight too. Um, Friday, the Ice Cube track, which was controversial because that kind of sparked the Cypress Hill
Right.
beef. Keep the Heads Ringing, Dr. Dre.
Hmm.
You Got Me Wide Open with Bootsy and Bernie Royal. Like, I mean, this is a very dope soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like the holographic shit.
Oh, I never seen that version.
I was thinking about putting this on my wall, but I was like, I'm leaving the vinyl and shit.
Right. Yeah. Keep the heads ringing. That was a huge hit over here. The show. I loved that. I had that on cassette too.
Yeah, this is the clean version, mind you.
The clean version.
Yeah, but I was like, fuck it. It's a
Right.
promo clean version, so I was like, fuck
Right.
it. This was one of my favorite hip hop movies and soundtracks. Nice mixture of East and West Coast, and South and Midwest.
Yeah.
You have J.O. Felony with Zoom Zooms and Wham Wham. LL with that Papa Loved It. That was supposed to have been on the
Mr. Smith.
not Mr. Smith, the
No.
unreleased, the original Mr. Smith,
Oh,
the
the unreleased
full
one.
Heads Down album, the Street album. He was supposed to come out like in '94
Mm.
because he was on the middle of leaving Def Jam because of the 14 Shots to the Dome album,
Right.
and so he did like a street album. Like he had songs like Mr. a different version of Mr. Smith.
Mm.
What's that track? Papa, yeah, Papa Loved It. Candyman too.
Wow.
I mean, it's on YouTube, but it's not the best of quality. But
Yeah.
once he
I
created it,
remember hearing about the other version. I never heard it though.
yeah, it's awesome street shit.
Yeah.
He also has a song called "Fuck Def Jam" too, which he
Oh
recorded
wow.
around '93.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Um, Mary J. Blige, "Every Day It Rains,"
Yes,
love
I
that
love that.
beat.
She needed a video for that.
Yeah, she did. I can just see Puffy dancing on that. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, cause they played it on the radio. I'm like, what's the video for that song? You know, the Tribe joint, Glamour and Glitz. I always loved that song.
Love that track. The Biggie, me and my bitch, the Computer Love remix. I mean,
Yes.
y'all remember that perform where he threw a ball at his DJ and shit. What the fuck you doing, man?
That shit, yeah, that is a classic. I watched that like hundreds of times. Man. Space Jam, another great soundtrack.
Yes.
I know part two ain't gonna be ain't even touching part one.
Fuck, fuck that. You know,
It's not touching part one.
just to let y'all know right now, I'm going to pre-record a review of this soundtrack. I'm gonna drop the day after Space Jam movie and shit.
That's
Space Jam
July. Was it July 15th that comes out?
16.
16. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna leave this out, and it'll give me an opportunity to finally open this album and shit. But I was so happy I found this soundtrack on some real shit.
Yeah,
I never seen this in vinyl, man.
I
But
never seen the vinyl for that.
I mean, you know what my favorite song is. You'll be surprised. Bugs Bunny bugging out.
Ah.
Guess who wrote that track?
Oh my god.
You'll never believe who wrote that track.
Who wrote that?
Jay
Tape.
Z.
Jay-Z wrote that?
Yes.
Wow. Are you serious?
Best track on the
That's
whole
crazy.
fucking album.
I thought you would have said like hit him up.
Hell, I'm kind of tired of that hit 'em
You don't
high.
like that song?
I like it,
Mm.
but But you also have Barry White and Chris Rock with Basketball Jones.
Yeah.
Um, I love that scene where Charles bitch ass Barkley and shit.
Mm.
When that little kid was like, "You ain't Charles Barkley.
Right.
You ain't nobody." Um, R. Kelly changing faces and Jay Z All of My Days.
Yes. Classic.
Classic.
That was
Yeah,
on
man.
Changing Faces' second album also.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course the Quad City DJ Space Jam and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Ash for the soundtrack review too
Yeah.
and shit.
That'll be dope.
But yeah, definitely expect a pre-recorded review on this album. This is actually the Urban Outfitters exclusive shit. So,
Nice. Why you want to pre-record it though? You don't want to go live with it?
well, I'll see what I'm doing that week
Oh.
because I have a couple of things planned out. That's why I want to
Okay.
release everything.
Right.
So, and this just came out the blue too. So,
Right.
but yeah, let's go. Maybe we can go. I'll see. I'll let y'all know. All right. How many albums I got left? Okay, I'm gonna show a few more albums. Yeah, I can show these. I can show the rest of this stuff. I got that. Now, of course, the Christmas classic, Christmas
Oh
at Death
yes.
Row.
Yes.
Da 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 da. Santa Claus is coming straight to the ghetto. One of the greatest Christmas songs ever.
Mm.
Only because of that Nate Dogg chorus.
Right. I think Danny Boy killed it on a lot of those songs.
Oh yeah, Danny Boy.
He did his
Say
thing.
what you want to say about Danny Boy now, but
Yeah.
back in '96, he was a monster.
Yep.
Yeah, man. This was actually released as a charity album in the Bahamas.
Right.
Back when they lost Pop, they were in the middle of losing Snoop.
Yep.
Me, hell, even Snoop didn't even sound enthusiastic. It's
He
like
right.
he's like, every day, every day.
Yep.
He was just,
He
let me
really
just say my
did.
verse and just be out, man. Like, but yeah, this is a class. The last, well, no. The Dad's album, Retaliation, his
Yeah,
first
that was
and
great.
last great
That was
album
good.
on Death Row. But
Hmm.
this was like one of the last great albums on Death Row and shit. Fucking fire.
Yeah, that was great.
And speaking of Death Row, the Good Luck soundtrack,
Oh yes.
a movie I recently watched and shit like that. Solid movie, kind of a confusing movie and shit like that.
Right.
Hey, man, what you say about me? Tupac actually plays a junkie in this movie and shit, which is interesting. But the
That's what's
soundtrack
up.
has some joints too, like Life is a Traffic Jam with 8 Mile Road, which is the jazz band in the movie. Um, Wanted Dead or Alive with Pac and Snoop.
Yeah.
Don't Try to Play Me, Homie, That Nigga Daz. Very, very, very solid soundtrack. Definitely gotta get the gang related soundtrack too.
Yep. Same.
Then I think I'm missing the Poetic Justice soundtrack and the Above the Rim. Yeah, I'm tired of this movie, but I love the soundtrack.
Life. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm tired of this movie. I feel like the internet burnt me out from this movie and shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, Martin and Eddie, dope comedic team and shit like that, but
Uh-huh.
it's just I never actually thought the movie was that funny as many people made it out to be. Like I'm being for real. Like
Oh my god.
yeah, the cornbread scene was funny and all that shit. It was cool, but the movie didn't really have that much memorable. It wasn't even that memorable. I don't see why a lot of people call it this grand classic. I don't know.
I thought it was good.
You said what?
I thought the movie was good though.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not great like people make it out to be. But the
Oh no,
soundtrack,
I don't think it's a classic. I think it's one of the better Eddie Murphy films though
yes, that I agree
at
with.
that time. You know.
Yes, but the soundtrack,
Yeah.
ooh, R. Kelly.
Yes.
Say
And
what you want about R. Kelly, but
hmm Music
Maxwell's
time.
Fortunate.
That's one of my favorite Maxwell songs, like top three for me.
That's one of my favorite songs, period.
Yeah, that was a big hit for him.
Very big hit. Um, what else? That City High song, What Would You Do?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
good too.
that was a big song. I remember hearing that song a lot back in 2000 and shit.
Uh huh. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. The movie, but
Luda. I have that. I haven't listened to it yet since I since I got it. I had it sitting here like for 2 years. I haven't listened to it yet.
yeah, I heard this a couple of months ago. This was a
Is it
good.
good?
It's good.
It's good. I want to check it out.
Yeah, I may want to talk about this one day and
Yeah.
shit. Georgia, Ludacris, and Steel Mom, and back when Jamie Foxx was in his Ray Charles,
I remember that. I remember that. They used to play that one on 106 and Park. That was on the
they
countdown.
killed it on 106 and
Yeah,
Park.
that was a good song.
Yeah, man. Jamie Foxx, that was in his Ray Charles. That shit lasted like 2 years and shit.
He
But
thought
that
he was
nigga
Ray
forget
Charles.
it.
He was milking that shit.
Right, George?
He was milking. I was like, I got my Oscar. I'm Ray Charles right now.
Right. Street Revenge with Ludacris was dope.
Mhm.
Um, they had this one dope track I fucked with. This was what Getting Some came from.
Okay, that's where it's
Yeah.
from. Okay, I always thought it was on Shauna's album though.
Yeah, I think it was either on the second album, maybe.
Okay,
I may be wrong.
right.
This was a very dope one.
I gotta check that out.
That's the thing about vinyl. Sometimes that dust can be a bitch.
Mm-hmm. For real. Who's that?
This is Velvet Underground. Lou Reed's group.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the only album they've done with Nico and to an extent Andy Warhol. Very dope album. I know a lot of people don't fuck with Lou Reed because he pretty much sings Tribe Called Quest
Right.
and shit, but fuck it. This was known for songs like Waiting for the Man, Heroin, Venus in Its Furs. Very dope album.
Yeah.
Must have in your collection. If you love Velvet Underground, that garage rock. They were really like the first alternate rock group, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because this stuff you can't really call this stuff psychedelic. You couldn't call this stuff hard rock to an extent. Like Lou Reed does not have the best singing voice, but it fits with those albums and shit.
Right.
I'm gonna blow my nose right quick. That
Okay.
vinyl. But I got a few more albums left.
Yeah. Oh, you got the DMX biography? That's what's up, yo.
So what?
Nah, Sam said he got the DMX biography book today.
Oh yeah, you show that shit to me.
Dope. I didn't even know he had a book out. What's it? What is he? What is he talking about in there? Oh, it's called Earl. Okay, I don't think I've seen it. Oh, too.
I
Wow.
might have to wear my mask.
I definitely missed that one. I don't remember when that came out.
You hear me?
Huh?
I might have to wear my mask when we do these shit sometimes.
You have to wear a mask?
Cause that dust just got in my nose. My nose got.
Oh man. I thought I told you how to clean the vinyl though.
You never told me.
I never told you. I got to show you how to clean the. There's a way to clean the album covers.
Yeah, man. That's why they like you close the vinyl store because trying to
Yeah.
get this fucking pandemic.
Yeah, I gotta read that DMX biography. I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, man. Got a few more albums to go. Got War.
Oh yes, I got that too. Great
The
album,
World is the Ghetto.
definitely.
No true words have ever been spoken.
Hmm. I love the album cover too.
Oh yeah, the War has some of the best album covers,
Yeah,
man. I love the track Four Corner of the Room. Very trippy, very psychedelic,
yeah,
very underrated group if you ask me. A lot of this stuff is not on streaming because like I know they're going through some copyright issues.
right.
Where the fuck is my flight sticker? Okay. Then we got the one, the only Jodie Watley,
Yes, I love that album. I need to get that on CD or vinyl.
Miss Soul Train herself. This is the self-titled album, one of my favorite R&B albums in my opinion. This is known for songs like True Love. Yeah, looking for a new love. Excuse me.
Yes,
For the girls, Don't You Want Me?
some
Yeah,
kind of
very.
lover.
Her first two albums were flawless, but
I didn't hear the second one after that one. I was just so in love with the first one. I'm like, how other albums don't compare to me after the first one.
yeah, the second one that was the one with Rakim on it.
The French joint, right?
Yeah,
I always thought that was the first album. Damn.
nah,
Okay.
the first hip hop
Yes,
and R&B
definitely.
collaboration,
That was a great collab.
the greatest.
Yes.
Shit, Puffy who? Anyway, Johnny Guitar Watson, Funk Beyond the Call of Duty,
Dope.
very dope album. The great Johnny Guitar Watson. This was known for songs like Barn Door, It's About the Dollar Bill, Funk Beyond the Call of Duty. One of my all-time favorite funk artists of all time. This nigga was just the master pimp. He was a
Oh
player,
yeah,
man.
definitely.
He was Johnny Guitar Watson. All right, I got it. Oh, I got three more albums left. Let me put up.
Who's that?
This is the Weather Report,
Oh
Mr.
wow.
Gone. Um, if you guys know about hip hop samples, the Weather Report are among like the most sampled in jazz. I mean, in hip hop.
Right.
This was a dope album. This was known for songs like Punk Jazz, which I sampled that song once and shit.
Hmm.
River People, Pursuit of the Woman with the Feather Hat. This whole album is like a very trippy, jazzy. I know they had some personnel changes around this time too. They had so many members I can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, I need to get more of their albums and shit. But
Yeah.
y'all ain't ready for this one.
Oh shit.
West
West
Side
Side.
Gun, Fly
But
God is a
is
long
that
time.
the album? He's not. He's saying it's not an official release or some shit.
I want to say it is. I want to say,
I don't. I think he said something about like he don't consider that like an official release of Griselda or something like
oh yeah, but yeah, this one was is a pretty solid album and
that. That
shit.
one is still available. Like
Yes, sir.
it's unbelievable because his other shit is like out of print.
Right. I want to have this album and Supreme by and Tell and shit.
Yes.
So yeah, very dope. And then the last album is gonna be the perfect segue.
Yes. Barry White.
Yes. I've got this is the first album I've got so much to give. Very dope album. Very this was a very masterpiece. This was known for Standing in the Shadows of Love, which was the cover of the Four Tops track. I've got so much to give. I love that track. I'm gonna love you just a little more, baby. I mean, this whole album is just a flawless masterpiece.
Sam
And
said we should review Fly God.
check. Just stay tuned for what I got this month.
Reg
But
probably got that plan for the fall. Like just go through the whole this Griselda discography.
I don't know about all that though. But anyway, and I'm gonna end the video right here because I figured let's just pre-record this what the fuck video
Yeah.
and shit. We can just do it right after. 'Cause I'm about to eat
Okay.
after I do this. But yeah, I got a few announcements I'm gonna make. So the week of August,
We up to August already? Wow.
week of August 15th, I'm gonna take a little break that week
Okay.
because that's the week I start classes. And I'm trying
Right.
to get myself adjusted. I'm trying to get this fucking master's because they finally approved my financial aid. Thank God for that.
That's dope.
Yeah, so hopefully, if push comes to shove, I will have a collection video at the end of October.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's more than enough time to stock up on treats that we got.
yes. I'm I'm not gonna announce the date yet. Stay
Okay.
tuned. I'm gonna announce the date, but I'm gonna schedule it
Right.
sometime. So,
Okay.
um, what else? Also, I'm gonna finish trying to. I'm gonna do the voiceover for the Zach Beef episode tonight because I just recorded this dope ass song. I'm gonna send you the demo version later on tonight.
Okay.
Um, have a major music announcement I'm gonna make later on this month, July. So stay tuned on that. And as far as the reviews, tomorrow we are going to talk about Dipset's
Yes.
Diplomatic Immunity
Dipset.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I have my dinner cooked so I don't have to have no interruptions and shit tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So really cannot wait to talk about that album and shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit up Dame tonight to see if he's still down for
Yeah, for Wednesday.
yeah, because that's
Yeah.
when we're gonna talk about Scarface Last of the Dying Breed. Little
Yes.
disclaimer though, I have that album in a Snoop Dogg The Last Meal case, so
Right.
just forget about that because I just got the CD
At,
that's
at
great.
least you have it, so
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Thursday, just for you, Sam, I got the Coogee Rap Root of Evil that's gonna be on Thursday.
Sam
But
asking for a lot of stuff on here.
yeah, yeah, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So yeah, that's gonna be on Thursday. And also, I got 20YO planned sometime next week. I'm gonna wait till
Okay.
Ashley gives me the date for the work schedule.
Right.
And next Monday is gonna be the Metallica and Justice for All, which like I recently told y'all that vinyl and shit, so I really cannot wait to talk
Mm.
about that one.
Right.
Um, in case anything happens on the fourth, which I doubt, I may push the Primo Beat Battle
Yeah.
sometime that week because
Okay.
like I just realized the and Justice for All is gonna be that Monday, so I may have to push that either that Tuesday or Wednesday in case, but I'll
Right.
let y'all know by Thursday
Cool.
because I have to go to a wedding on Saturday,
Okay.
and I personally don't like going to African weddings sometimes because they take forever.
Right.
But I'm trying to get like a lot of certain things done,
Right.
and because of that setback I told you about earlier,
Right. Right. I feel
I
you.
got to make some arrangements until anything pops up. But with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna send you the link to the what the fuck after we end this video.
Okay. Cool.
It's gonna be a quick what the fuck because I'm hungry as
All
hell
right.
and I gotta go to bed.
Who's getting married, Reg? Rodney wants to know.
Oh, one of my cousins, Samantha and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've been a part of weddings too, so it is all day thing. Like after the wedding, you got the reception. Reception could last all night.
so that's why I'm gonna drive. So whenever I get tired, I'm just gonna leave whenever I feel like it.
Right. Right. For real. Just
Cause, like,
bounce.
'cause don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like weddings,
Mm.
but you guys never been to an African wedding.
That's for sure.
The first African wedding I remember going to
Mm.
lasted. It took 3 hours before the motherfuckers got married.
Why so long?
Motherfuckers wanted to talk about what it was like growing up. Then we have to read from the Bible
Oh
and all
man,
that. All that. I
that's
don't
way
want to say
too
all that
long.
shit. I don't want to talk about the Bible like that. Yeah, man. So
You having flashbacks?
not because it was just I could have been fucking playing video games. I just bought like some new video games and shit. I could be fucking playing video games, man.
Right.
Shit.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even think I know. I need a person who got married.
Yeah. They take for long. I know. Like I was when my aunt got married in 2000. I was the main usher for her wedding, and that shit went on from morning to night. You know what I'm saying? Plus my mom got injured. Like she injured her knee going down the stairs when that happened. So the weather was bad. It was a rainy day. You
Oh man,
know. So I remember that just being a part of that wedding.
shit. Oh man, that's why I'm just gonna tell her, look, I'm just gonna drive to the wedding. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, man. Look, I can plan out this. I'm gonna be. I got shit to do after the wedding. I'm gonna be like, it's like all day thing. I'm gonna see some family. Hear everyone say, "Oh, you've grown so much since the last time I saw you." I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, you saw me since I was 3 years old." So
Exactly. What they expect.
I'm not Gary Coleman up this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Oh, finally, the Coogee Rap breakdown. I'm going to announce that when I announce everything happening on this channel. So everything is going to be announced because that's one thing before the month begins. I'm going to announce all the channel announcements.
okay.
But with that being said, I'm going to get ready for this what the fuck video. 'Cause I know you want a good laugh and shit.
Yep.
Thank y'all so much for watching. And also, before I end up this video, oh, thank you, Try. Also, I want to say, the people in Florida during the whole building collapse. I forgot to say this last week, but keep your head up. That's
Yeah.
very messed up what happened. But yeah, Florida, keep your head up at the moment. I never thought I'd say that about Florida though, but shit
Crazy.
happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, peace.
All right. Peace.
Well, I'll see you later.